What's going on, guys? We're here with another brand new video, and I want to do another future fight prediction that I believe that's going to happen in the very near future. When I mean the very near future, I'm talking about in less than 2 weeks. I'm talking about the current champion Alex Pereira, who said that if he would get Jamal Hill out of there extremely fast, in about a minute or two into the first round, that he would come back and fight a couple weeks later in Rio de Janeiro at UFC 301. A UFC 301 that is extremely lackluster right now. The main event is Steve Erceg versus Alexandre Pantoja, and that is a fight that no one wants to see. That's a fight that the UFC literally put together in order to put some sort of title fight on there. Now, who would be the one to fight Alex Pereira at UFC 301 on about a week's notice? Magomed Ankalaev, the Russian monster, the Russian disaster, which is like what I like to call him. This man is a beast on the mission. He's been wanting a title shot for a very long time now. He wasn't able to get it because he fought to a draw against Jan Blachowicz in a back-and-forth fight that could have been anyone's win. The only reason why he hasn't been able to get a title shot now was because of that draw. Now that he was able to get a win over Johnny Walker, the first fight ended in no contest, and then the second fight ended with him knocking Johnny Walker out on the ground with some vicious strikes. He even broke Johnny Walker's nose with that second strike that really took him out. But this is a fight that everybody wants to see. This is a fight that people want to see because they want to see how Alex Pereira's ground game really works. Now, Alex Pereira was able to get out of some similar situations when he fought Jan Blachowicz in his light heavyweight debut in the UFC. He got taken down multiple times. He was able to defend off multiple submissions. He was able to get back up on his feet and really put a beating on Jan Blachowicz, securing that split. I believe it was a split decision win. If it wasn't, then that's absolutely ridiculous. A lot of people thought that Jan won. I thought that Jan won, but Alex ended up pulling away with that victory, and now he's a champion of the world in the light heavyweight division. And now he wants to fight in his home country. He wants to defend his belt in his home country at Brazil. He wants to fight in Rio de Janeiro, the most popular city in Brazil. If otherwise, let me know in the comment section. But that's the fight that he wants. He wants to fight Magomed Ankalaev. He wants to truly test himself, not on the feet, but on the ground if the fight gets there. And that's most likely what's going to happen because Magomed Ankalaev is a very smart individual. He's not going to stand and bang with Alex Pereira. He's not going to go into this fight emotional or trash talking, trying to call him out, bringing some kind of souvenir that resembles the stone version of Alex Pereira's face to a press conference and really getting him angry and really getting him his blood pressure to the highest point in which he wants to knock you out in the first round like he did with Jamal Hill. No, Magomed Ankalaev is going to do the complete opposite. He's going to go into the fight weak, extremely calm. He's going to go in there confident. He's going to go in there quietly and let all of his actions in the ring do the talking for him, which is what's gone on for the majority of his fights in his UFC career. If this fight really does come into the fruition, then this fight's most likely going to go to the ground, and whoever is the dominant person on the ground is going to be the winner. I can really see this fight going in the same way as Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen 1 going, where Sonnen was really able to pour on the pressure on Anderson Silva, get him to the ground, and really ground and pound him for the majority of the fight. And I can see Magomed Ankalaev doing the same thing. Magomed Ankalaev kind of did something similar to Paul Craig, but he ended up getting submitted within the final 5 seconds of that fight. So Magomed Ankalaev can be broken on the ground. Magomed Ankalaev can be broken on the feet. We haven't seen Alex Pereira be broken on the feet since the second fight with Israel Adesanya. The only reason why Pereira got knocked out in that fight is because he got too overzealous and tried going in for the kill early in the fight when Israel Adesanya looked like he was in a vulnerable state. He ended up getting countered shot and he was sleeping on the floor. Ever since then, we haven't seen Alex Pereira commit to any moronic mistakes ever since that fight. He's been fighting extremely smart. He's been fighting extremely clever, and he's been putting his opponents to sleep. He's been squeaking out some very close fights, and now he finds himself in a situation and where he can be able to make history in the UFC, coming back 2 weeks later and defending his belt in one of the heaviest divisions that the UFC has to offer against a very dangerous Magomed Ankalaev. That's a very well-rounded fighter all around. He's got power on the feet, and he's got submission skills on the ground. And if he gets you down, he tends to keep you down there and pours pressure. puts on some ground and pound, and he does have some serious power. We all saw that the first 2 fights that he had with Ian Kuntalaba. Basically knocked him out the first fight and knocked him out the second fight as well. The first fight with a lot of controversy, but he was able to back up his words in the second fight and get that win. This is a fight that everybody wants to see. Hopefully it does happen in the next 2 weeks, because UFC 301 really does need to get saved. I know that they did put Jose Aldo back in there. He's coming back from retirement facing Jonathan Martinez. That fight isn't enough to save 301. I believe this is going to be the fight to save 301 and get a couple more eyeballs on that main card as well. I don't see you're going to see a huge plethora of people buying this pay-per-view just because of the lackluster talent that's on this card. I know you got guys such as Chao Bahayo that's facing Paul Craig in there, and Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino, but these just aren't fights that really call to the attention of the MMA universe. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this fight does come to fruition. If it does, it's going to be squeaked in there very, very, very close to fight week. And if it does happen, expect it to happen by the end of this week. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Stay safe, stay blessed, guys, and take it easy.